Hello everyone, Ryan here. So just saw the movie Downsizing. It stars Matt Damon, Kristen Wiig, Christoph Waltz, some other notable people. And I actually enjoyed this movie. Originally, I assumed it was just going to be yet another mediocre comedy. And while it does have a comedic element to it, it's definitely much more than that. Essentially what happens is this Norwegian scientist, he perfects this process that he refers to as downsizing. And all it is he perfects some kind of shrinking technique, and of course he experiments on mice for a number of years, and he's able to successfully shrink mice, and then eventually he's able to do it with humans. And I guess it's safe to say that, you know, his main, or at least one of his goals in mind in perfecting this process was he wanted to help reduce mankind's overall carbon footprint, you know, and also reduce the amount of waste that human beings produce on a regular basis, and at the same time free up resources and land and so many other things. So after he perfects this process and reveals it to the public, a number of years pass, and eventually a significant amount of people voluntarily agree to downsize themselves. They get shrunken down to no more than 5 inches, and pretty much all of these people that undergo this process, they move to these different colonies, which are referred to as small colonies, and they're pretty much like how you'd expect any kind of gated community or suburb area of a city to look like. I guess with the exception being that it's obviously much smaller, and they're built to accommodate these small people. So, I mean, for example, Matt Damon and his wife, they moved to a colony called Leisureland, and I suppose it's called that because pretty much over 90% of the people that live in this Leisureland, once they're shrunken down, once they become downsized, they automatically become millionaires. Because after that, you know, they're able to live on less than $1 a day, and pretty much like with $1 they can purchase $1,000 worth of stuff, which I kind of like that aspect of the story. It's pretty interesting, you know, because Matt Damon and his wife, before they get downsized, they had tried to purchase a home, you know, just being an average sized person. They tried to purchase a home, but, you know, that was proving to be far too costly for them. And then when they decided to undergo this downsizing, because they had heard that, you know, once you're downsized, you're able to purchase a large, luxurious home for, I mean, I like far less. I mean, really, like, I believe it's something like a couple $1,000, no more than that, possibly even less than that. The exact figures are never like really given, but essentially, you know, Matt Damon and his wife, before they're downsized, they have no more than, I guess collectively, they have no more than $150,000 in their savings account. And once they are downsized, they're instantly millionaires. So, and I believe that's for a lot of people that choose to be downsized, that's pretty much like the number one reason why they decide to do it. Which does make sense. I mean, obviously, financially. But then eventually, towards the latter half of the movie, it takes an interesting turn, because then Matt Damon's character, he comes to the realization that, things aren't that much better off in this colony called Leisureland. Because really it's just a recreation of the same thing, the same kind of, cities where average sized people live, and just on a smaller scale. There's still things like division of class and inequality on all levels. So, I mean, I wish I could go into further detail without spoiling the rest of the movie, but unfortunately I wouldn't be able to. But I will say that, again, towards the latter half of the movie, I like that it then starts to address really important societal issues, such as materialism and other things like immigration, also like I said before, inequality, income inequality, but also inequality on other levels, and also prejudice, a lot of other things too. And ultimately it does have this, I consider it to have an important message to share with everyone, even though there was a point when, pretty much definitely towards the end, it does seem like it's taking a dark turn, but thankfully it doesn't, because there's a comedic element to it, so that helps lighten the mood. And the jokes too. I mean, the jokes aren't like, the jokes are actually, pretty, I would say, somewhat smart, or somewhat well thought out. I don't know, not entirely, but somewhat. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. And in fact, I would say, like, I would have no problem with watching it again, at least a second time, maybe a third time. And I will say I didn't really like the ending that much, but it leaves off in a very kind of, I guess, towards the end, Matt Damon's character, he becomes much more aware, much more, not just self-aware, but aware of pretty much how any one individual's actions can affect just about everyone else around him. At least that's what I got from it. It's not one of those endings that is like really spelled out right in front of you. It's kind of one of those endings that like leaves things open to interpretation, but I tend to like those kinds of endings. And overall, I would give this movie easily 9 out of 10. A solid 9 out of 10. I did see, like, there were some other people that reviewed this movie, didn't really like it. I don't know, I guess maybe that's because they expected it to be like a non-stop laugh out loud kind of thing. And which, yeah, again, like, comedic element is there, but That's not what it is. It's not just like, if you're expecting it to be just a straight up comedy, laugh out loud kind of thing, you'll definitely be disappointed by it. So, yeah. If you're already on the fence about whether or not you should see this, I encourage you to see it. Go see it as soon as you can. Because I definitely feel like it does have a lot to share with all people, all human beings, regardless of what you believe in or don't believe in. Whether you're a millionaire or struggling to get by. This movie definitely, I consider it to be universal, like a universal kind of thing. And I believe it's like one of those things that everybody can take away something from it. So, yeah. Again, go see it if you haven't already. So, and yeah, I definitely give it a 9 out of 10. So, that'll do for my review of Downsizing. Thanks for watching. As always, till next time, don't forget to keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.